the third time he's been counting?
We're going.
Yay!
Roll! Kevin, why don't you kick us off on saying thank yous while Nick's doing his thing?
Well, Nick recovers.
We would like to thank JD Arts, RPG Elements, Okie Deer, Corinne Milne, and Julia O'Brien for the artwork, miniatures, and other ways that they have supported this channel. You will see links to them below. Supporting their wonderful people. If you think we're wonderful people, you should see someone about that. And you can also support us. There are links to the Patreon below. Back to you!
Last time we left off the Silver Menagerie, you guys were running away with the soul of the Shadow Monarch in bag from the collapsing school with a bunch of professors. Looted the local city, not just the local room, because the bunch of doors that led to various parts of different locations across the city, because wizards and their doors.
Occupied city, we pillaged.
That is a correct term. In the moments of the collapsing building.
No, I didn't steal a single thing. I just threatened adults.
As Vothmare was swiftly kind of cleaned up from necromantic tissue, because you let out a bunch of souls, you took out the queen that was taking and consuming all those souls, and a bunch of buildings that were being kind of just held up because they went through those like pillars, was quickly and swiftly deconstructing itself because it no longer had the mass to handle the structure that it normally handles. And you teleported out, got a bunch of loot, got a bunch of materials, all sorts of madness going on. As Vothmare has, over the next weeks, investigations and rumors and pixies gone wild across all their newspapers, articles of the Wizards Coast. We're back into the City of Roses, the city capital of Hartburn, with the 8 additional, no longer professors, but studiers of their teaching arts, in your front lawn. And then you kind of hired them. We haven't really gotten to that detail, like how much you paid them and stuff like that, and got to their stuff.
I went through their full benefits package.
Oh, have you?
I have documented evidence of Todd going through their full benefits package.
Their onboarding,
Oh, you unionized them.
No, they're hired.
They're hired, yes, 100%.
Yeah, and they're part of a union. Anyone who works for my team is part of a union. I don't know how you guys handle your.
No, you're right. You should have the wizards.
Yeah, no.
Yeah, you know what? We'll get to that and stuff like that. And we'll get into the finer details of how much they're being paid. But currently they're jobless, so they're going to take a quick vacation before getting to work because they're currently not really assigned anything. So now in your front lawn, there's literally like 3 wizards towers that just popped into existence because they're fucking wizards. That's right.
Then it kicks open the front doors and heaves one bodily out who's also wearing like a Hawaiian shirt. That is my room of illusion. You get your own.
So that was the halfling. We'll get to his story in a moment. Because now that my documents are not destroyed, I have all the information of who that was. So you probably tossed out the School of Illusion, Sir Compass.
Okay, you're gonna finish the thing and then go into the NPC.
That's just a side comment. I'm just getting back on track here, trying to at least.
Trying.
We got a new neighbor known as Frank, the local mummy lord that was also summoned into existence by a beam pouch that has a bunch of gold in there, but you haven't dealt with him yet. But
he's not going anywhere.
Yeah, it's like a giant pyramid just erupted from the floor from the Underdark, all that. We had our local ranger / aspiring god that was
aspiring
at the moment, yes, because you haven't reached the moment of god.
Emphasis on aspiring.
Yeah.
Esquiring.
A lot of asses. Anyway, but
he's not a legal representative.
I think that's a prerequisite to be in a Fey god or something like that. Anyway, you have 3 sentient items that demanded your entire attention as you had a 3-way mirror combat session of the theater.
Yep.
We had a couple other things go on. I think those are the main things that went on, and then during a little bit of side shopping at the same time, going back to the Huvana, the local spontaneously created in the Fae by Todd, the creator, through the mystical arts of the paint
A Bugs Bunny-esque generated owlbear.
Essentially, yes. Huvana, the store clerk, owlbear, had a situation happen where Sparks became aware that his adoptive mother and brother and sisters, two brothers, are...
Now I remember where we are.
Were traveling across countryside as you were prepping a deal that was way too much money for how much Huvana was willing to accept for what you were asking
I'm still getting
for.
used to the currency.
The
transaction.
You met a Fae that didn't immediately go, yes!
Spleens are not acceptable currency. Got it.
They are in some cultures.
So, you guys are currently on a road trip, aka a teleportation trip. You can take up to 10 people to a teleportation of... we didn't really get into the teleportation accuracy, which we'll get into now.
We did.
We did.
Oh, we did?
Yep.
Okay.
Roll on target.
That's it.
It's been a while.
Everyone
He
is
rolled a 35.
You weren't here.
I wasn't, but I did watch it in post.
That's creepy. Anyway.
He watched us while we were sleeping.
It's not creepy because we recorded.
It's funny. You smell different when you're sleeping.
Yes, it's called breathing.
No, you just need to
That's true
say...
for most
You need to use more lotion for your hair.
Why are you putting lotion in your hair?
I don't know. Anyway,
Okay, so we're gonna have a hygiene conversation on the break.
All right, let's continue.
let's continue. Yeah, I said the wrong word. I meant to say conditioner.
Too late.
Too late. Anyway, so we kind of stopped there as you guys teleported out. We are still in the, basically, I'm going to just remind you guys, you pretty much taken out majority of the things that can actually cause you harm. Period. End of statement. And it's up to you over the course of the next 6-ish years before the apocalypse, known as the demon-infused plant control Tarask with an illithid friend.
Illithid, they demon.
Sorry, I would say illithid friend, but as we do a flashback sequence of the scientist illithid being vaporized by a local kobold with a meteor swarm.
Illithid, they demon Tarask.
Yes. So
Which-
one thing off the more thing off the agenda,
Yeah,
but
there's
the calamity still
You
approaches.
guys create calamities. Me.
We are the calamity.
You are the calamity at this point. It is up to you
For
what to do.
we are thermodynamics incarnate. For every action, there will be an equal and opposite reaction.
For every astrological threat we create and destroy, we will create another in its wake.
I'm going to say during the teleport, Finley said he was going to join, but I'm going to say he didn't because he's not here with us today.
Okay.
Just for the sake of simplicity of
Running the character.
insanity.
Is there a way for him to join us at any other time?
Delayed teleport.
Do they teleport?
That's not how that works.
Look.
That's not how any of this works.
That's not hard.
Vanek's sitting here going, fucking soul. No! He does it anyway. Who
Now-
are you?
Now I just have a visual of like when you look
You're a
into
Time
your book,
Wizard,
there's a
you're
bunch of
supposed
other
to know
Vedics inside just going, hey, worth it!
Flip
Get to work,
page,
figure
flip
it out.
page of new one. One of you assholes has got to have an answer. That's, okay, headcanon. It's been alternate Vedics the whole time.
Yeah, there you go.
What do you got? I don't know,
Again,
it's got-
only
I got
Vedic
the
knows
map.
that. He would never admit that.
And occasionally it
So,
opens up and you can
I give
pick
you
up
the choice here for the rest of the people that kind of didn't really have much to do apart from the week. I'm having trouble to remember names real quick.
This is Ek.
Sparks, Vedic, Todd, Quinn.
Quinn.
There we go. Just to reset my brain a little bit. It's been a tough week.
Riley.
Finley.
Riley. Are you making a joke?
Who the fuck's Riley?
That moment in silence was perfect.
Erase that. Just nobody ever has to know. He doesn't have to know.
Nobody
He
will know.
knows.
Is this a-
Every time.
Is this a
you
Vedic
don't know
variant?
his
Is this a
name.
Vedic variant?
Yell it!
No.
No, it's a rat. It's a,
No, it-
Hang on. Fuck. Now I've screwed myself.
It's a
Finley. It's a Finley variant.
Anyway,
Oy vey.
we can break straight to the teleportation and the incoming onslaught of gunfire from a surprise number of individuals, because it's not just her on the
Man, do
field.
I hope I get
There's
shot.
a slew of people of
Honey, me too.
of the remaining villagers that did not evac the area of Nutvar. There is currently a colony of just
What?
traversing refugees. What?
None. What?
Nothing. Nothing.
Keep going.
No.
Oh.
Keep going.
It's a village name.
It was there from the very beginning.
Nutvar.
If you say it quickly, yes.
Say it again, it would get less funny.
Greetings, nuts people!
Sorry.
So then it says that there's immediately a battle horn that goes off, and you hear a bunch of goblins and hobgoblins with a couple of gnolls that are that also have war beasts that were waiting for their time to attack in this lush high grasslands. With a flash of light, you guys come into existence with gunfire with various artificers that just like it's just like yeah. And I'm not going to say roll initiative.
My horn's louder. Thaumaturgy.
Make an intimidation check. Make one story item of what you're going to do, because it's not just you. And let me tell you right now, they're not going to hurt
Release
you.
the bunny.
They're not going to hurt you. But there are random civilians here.
Release the bunny.
You said that they were raising a horn to their lips in order to blow it. I would like that horn.
Make a general athletics check or
Do I
acrobatic
get
check.
advantage since I have an action surge I'm willing to spend on this? And
She took fighter levels.
Oh God. Oh my
Yes.
God.
Yay!
Sure.
Advantage!
Like, I mean, it's a goblin with a battle horn going.
Last time my levels.
As if you weren't deadly enough.
Okay.
Holy crap.
Yeah. So we're just gonna go across the
You
table
said I
like
could
this.
do acrobatics?
Acrobatics or athletics. This is like physically running like the Flash to where you need to go.
Okay.
Yeah.
So that is gonna be a... Guys, what's 15 plus 18?
33.
It's a 33.
33, near impossible. Gotcha. So a little bit of a story. As chaos ensues, people start screaming, arrows are flying, and the various like 3 guards that are with this, people start, going like, I guess we'll make a line. Like, it's literally...
So we're appearing in a tavern, are we?
No, you're
we're
in
in
the
the
grassland
middle of
with a bunch of refugees in
the middle of nowhere.
Yeah, a bunch of people that are leaving Nutvar for various reasons that you don't know yet. And next you know, there's a goblin cat attack because...
Well, now we know why they were leaving Nutsack.
You're going to get hit with a random falling, like, orbiting thing.
I'm gonna throw a gnome at you.
Yes.
Yeah.
There's just gonna be a pile of Vedic
There's
bodies.
plenty around.
Yeah,
There's gonna be a pile of Vedic bodies that suddenly lose orbit. And
Yes!
Oh,
called
shooting
meteor swarm.
stuff.
It's like a meteor swarm. but a lot less impactful.
Every time I cast Meteor Swarm, I'm actually pulling Vedics out of nowhere.
God.
that doesn't count. That doesn't raise the count.
Because they're already
They're already
dead.
dead at that point. It's part of the ring.
But somehow they sound more annoying when they're whistling through the
They
air.
whistle.
They whistle. Anyway, so you're running towards the
All
sound.
that time you thought that was me making that annoying sound. Turns out if I just go fast enough, it goes.
It's the horns. It's the horns.
See,
The
please.
trumpets. The trumpets of Jericho.
Goodness gracious.
We're never going to get past the first scene, guys. So, Todd, you hear it first
Bye-bye,
before
everybody.
you know where it is. You're already moving before you get a visual on it, and you already go, like, 3 battle lines, because they're goblins and gnolls and hobgoblins. They're not exactly,
Sure.
battle intuition. It's just a bunch of people running in the same direction, mostly. And you are able to, in the tall grass field, use the same thing that they're using in terms of like, I'm going to hide in the grass field so you don't really know where I'm at, unless you got a sky view. Unless you got a
You
sky
mean the
view.
thing that I do?
tall.
You know that scene in
Always.
Jurassic, the second
That's
Jurassic
exactly
Park,
what it is.
where there's just the pads in the grass.
And you get there so blindingly fast to a point that almost sounds like a crack of a whip. You see literally on a small little rock face that is, slightly above, you see like 3 goblins that are currently like holding this tusk of almost like a horn from of a giant elephant mammal. that wraps around so multiplied, broken off just, very chaotically, of 3 goblins holding it strapped to their sides as one half-sized goblin is on the end, not even touching the floor, just, currently using it. And you get there before, make a stealth check at the same time.
I don't think it's possible for me to stealth at the speeds at which I am moving.
Fair enough. Okay, so you get there, no problem. And I'm going to say you dispatch them with ease unless you have something to mind.
I don't care about dispatching them. It's getting the horn floating up above them, doing an annoying trumpet dance, and signaling to these guys where the leadership is.
Okay.
So that way, most likely potentially he, can do something big. And, I'm very much a dispatch them one at a time type. Unless I'm doing other bullshit.
I don't really know about it.
I'm trying to signal to those who kill lots of things at once where to orient, and potentially doing a little bit of a sonic blast wave of goblins and gnolls and
we'll get to that in a moment.
30 miles an hour.
With the 3 goblins that are literally leather strapped to it so that they just stay with it and don't get bored and do goblin things. This thing will weigh about 50 pounds if you grab it right now.
The horn?
The horn was strapped with goblins.
Okay. I can lift
so it had multiple goblins were carrying this thing up to their leader's lips or butt cheek,
which is
or whatever.
And you get the tiny goblin that's literally 2 feet tall with a crown that's made of various different weird rock gem things that has been soldered together by broken bits of swords.
So how this works in my head is I go along, grab the thing, and I shoot up into the sky. And it's so heavy that I'm like, well.
Yeah, it isn't
and
like
so
not aerodynamic. And you take all 3 goblins at the same time because they're strapped to the fucking thing.
So they're dangling, and I'm doing a out of the horn.
This is part of the DC 30 check, guys. Near impossible shit, all right? So I won't even say, you're 15 feet up from the grass line.
When did you talk a bunny free jazz?
And currently there's
it's freeform jazz in my ears.
Basically, King Gobbo is currently just going, screaming in Goblinoid.
Sure.
You don't know Goblinoid.
Right.
That is currently just slewing out orders and, cusses and stuff like that. And is currently, it takes out a small little fork knife. And I said what I said.
It's a Nork.
It's a fork knife.
It's a fork knife.
It's a fork knife.
It's
a one sharp tip
fork knife.
Yeah, it's a fork knife.
You played knifey spoony before.
I get where we are. It's fine.
He takes out the fork knife and he's he's about to go charge you, but we'll get to that in a moment.
That's
two
fine.
times.
Gee, I wonder what I'm gonna do in response to someone trying to stab me.
Yeah, exactly.
While I bodily hold them
What's your current
30
AC
feet
right
above
now?
For a
the
second
air.
there, I thought she was
My current AC is 23.
23 doesn't come close to hitting you.
Yeah, I'm gonna choose that's the wiggle
Oh,
as
yeah.
I'm trumpeting.
And plus you're
He's
taking the
stabbing
platform.
while I'm done.
You've taken the platform, and now that you notice that the actual horn area, there's a small little seat, so that the King Gobbo can sit on the seat and also blow the horn whenever he wants.
I strongly suspect he will not be getting that back.
Most likely not, but you got it right now.
Yeah.
You're flying through the air.
Anyway, y'all know where the leader is.
Yeah, and along with you just see this. So Vedic, you see a mass of basically a mammoth's tusk turned into a horn that has been ripped off. That is currently flying through the air by a Todd, VI Todd, with 3 goblins strapped to it and a King Gobbo at the helm, currently screaming bloody murder.
I didn't know the bunny was taking up goblin collecting. It's sort of an avant-garde hobby, but it's not out of character
I
at
fall
all.
asleep once. Where the fuck are we?
To be fair,
Wait a minute. I'm still. I'm pinching myself. Right?
To be fair, Ek, even when you're fully awake, cognizant, and participating, you still usually have no idea what the fuck is going on.
I will say, Vedic,
I'm standing.
there
pinching myself.
you notice a charge in front. Go and make a perception check before I give you an exact number. More than 12, a couple dozen is you right off the bat.
28.
28? Oh god, yeah. I forget you're also super Vedic.
Arcana and perception. That's what I've got.
Yeah. Those are very good ones, actually. So, yeah, you notice that there's at least 50 goblins with at least 20 different hobgoblin variants and a couple gnolls mixed in. It looks like the gnolls were enslaved with various different means via pain and bribing of flesh. However you might find the flesh, you don't know at the moment. That's just king intellect of counting of just like, that's how many there are. At the moment that are currently charging the front, and you look behind you, there's 48 refugees. Of most of them are not in fighting conditions. However, any adult that is able is currently grabbing whatever blunt / semi-sharp item that they have to defend their children.
Best round 3.
Yep. Damn it!
All right, so
in character.
Vedic will sidle up to sidle up and climb up on top of one of the on top of one of the I imagine they've got like covered wagons, things like that. Like sit up on top of one of the wagons.
They're a little bit more metallic and more steampunky than you would first initialize.
And look out at these beleaguered defenders attempting to stand to the last man. And Vedic will lean back and catch a glowing golden ray of sunlight. Activate frightful presence, but
just the small little sunlight that comes in, just off your gilded belly.
You are saved.
Unfortunately, frightful presence is all creatures.
No, it's my choice.
Oh, okay.
Some are all creatures. Some it depends on the type. Yeah.
Anything within 120 feet.
So what's the DC? Just
21.
21. Okay. Goblins are not wise.
It's possible to succeed this.
You know, so we're gonna roll.
That's okay.
I'm gonna
I can
roll
help with
5, and each one is gonna be basically 10 goblins,
Okay.
or 10 goblins plus. And
Well, I don't know how many I get in 120 feet.
120 feet.
I wish I had the ability to do.
Fair bit of them,
So
actually.
60 foot around.
But frightful,
No, 120 feet radius.
and,
Yeah.
and it's a persistent effect, isn't it?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's as they get close. Yeah.
Oh man, I wish I had known that. I would have just grabbed him and moved him over here.
Flee!
Like the kobold looks like he's hovering, like he's doing a Russian glide, but really the bunny is underneath his robes holding him up.
What is that B-rated Halloween movie with the 3 witches with terrible effects? But
You're
it's
talking about
so,
Hocus
Hocus
Pocus?
Pocus.
Hocus Pocus
I
is not a
love
B-rated
It's
movie.
not-
Is a
Holy
crime.
shit, it is a crop. Is it? It's
No. I'm talking about
cult classic.
It's a cult classic, and I love it. Don't get me wrong. Internet, calm
It's
down.
got. I think Bette Midler did a B-rated movie.
I thought it was a B-rated movie in terms
but-
of like production. I thought in terms of like movie production and what they had. I thought it was
I
B-rated.
immediately think death becomes
Anyway, but
Low budget does not mean B-rated.
Yes.
It was,
fair enough.
it was
But
a
point
little
is, Hocus Pocus. I just visualize
If you ever wanted to get this channel hate mail, Hocus Pocus is the way to do it.
That drives engagement.
Wrong kind of engagements.
This is my last episode.
Social media, there is no kind of wrong engagement.
Why is the horizon turn orange? Anyway, but I just visualize you like one of the witches of Hocus Pocus. Just,
No, I'm going to stand there and go, it is defended! If I can steal Doctor Who.
Leave this cock.
so
Is this world
Is
defended?
defended.
I'm going to say they need a 19 or a 20 to succeed.
Of course they do.
And I'm going to roll 5 times.
And if they don't, he'll yell up to the plate and make sure it has.
No. 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 Okay, so and I'm going to roll a couple more times for like the gnolls. With an 8, that ain't.
You there, small child!
Yeah.
You have brandy, whiskey.
He thinks, and you hear the like cogs in his
Dad
brain.
have a secret
Is it-
stash somewhere.
I'm not supposed to show you.
Good lad, keep going.
Yeah.
It's going to be like 4 gold pieces. Move along.
So literally in a giant radius of all these grass, they stop. Heads pop up. What?
All right, I've got shock and awe. Who's next?
Does anyone speak Goblin?
Good question.
I might, actually.
I don't think anyone does here.
I need to confer with my list of languages.
How about Nolish or... No, just Nolish.
Knowledge,
I don't
The
think
language of the Knolls.
No, not even close.
features, and traits.
Not a prayer.
That's what I should do.
So you
for
hear-
6 years.
You're a knoll.
No, I
Yeah.
should learn as many languages. If I'm going to be the union leader, I should.
Okay, but you've only got like certain select conversations that you can have in those
Yeah.
languages.
So,
Cast tongues,
Remember they say something.
comprehend languages.
so I'm going to say no at the moment. If anyone realizes that they do, let me know. But you just hear... And the
That
other guy...
one's Flemish.
Yeah, and then you
Malignant, I
notice, so
think.
you stop them. They're not running away, but it's definitely like there's a very shiny kobold that radiates too much. Like their primal senses go danger. That's what's going on with their head. And you notice that a couple of them like stop and like stalk around and try to go around the perimeter, like not getting closer to you. And you notice like the handful of them lift up and disadvantage for days. But they're shooting like the thing that they don't understand.
Which one?
Which one?
Are these magical
Which
weapons?
thing are they shooting?
Medic.
Are these magical
Okay,
weapons?
I'm just clarifying
Oh,
because there's
cool.
also a floating bunny with a leader being like.
Yeah, no, they're not going to shoot you at the moment.
No, that just entered the weird shitometer.
Yeah,
This
yeah.
is-
Yeah.
Yeah, so,
I'm just
yeah.
checking.
A couple of arrows. Go to make a dexterity saving throw because it's more of a volley shot.
Dexterity saving throw.
Seeing that happen, I'm
It's like,
looking,
no, please let it be
are these
AC.
magical arrows?
Maybe.
Okay.
Are you going to inspect them as they
activate-
fly through the
I'm
air?
going to activate a cube of force around us. And like whatever they're shooting at. I'm assuming they're shooting at him.
Cube of Force. You have one of those items. And what
How
side are you
how
using?
big is a cube of force?
It's 15 feet by 15 feet. It's the immediate area.
It's the immediate area. Okay. Because there are kids.
Put it on me. Put it on the small child that's bringing me my cocktail.
I'm assuming that's where we are.
You're putting in the same wagon. And you see like literally a volley of arrows coming towards you. So, by the way, if they miss you, they'll hit the children. But you don't have to worry about it because Cube of Force goes up.
Just, well, let's see. So I'm going to just do, I'm not going to let it affect spells. So you're welcome to do whatever you need to do. But I'm going to, let's see, I'm going to hit 3, which means that living matter cannot pass through the barrier. Any non-living matter, such as walls, floors, and ceilings, can pass through in that direction. But non-living and living matter cannot pass through the barrier.
So arrows can pass through.
Those are non-living matter.
You just said non-living matter can pass through.
Can't pass through the barrier.
So living creatures can pass through the barrier.
Nope, I have that on 3, so not even living matter cannot pass through the barrier. Nothing.
Reread it again.
Living matter can't pass through the barrier. Non-living matter can't pass through the barrier.
Gotcha. All right, so 3, and mark off the points for that because it has X amount of points. So, and what's the size of that thing?
15 by 15.
15 by 15. Okay.
I'm assuming I'm next to like the. I'm with him, so our immediate
essentially that one,
area. Just click.
not van, not trolley, that one cart, wagon. There, the one wagon there. Not including the horses, but the horses are not moving right now. They're kind of freaking out with the people that are currently driving them. So yeah, you stop the arrows, no problem. You don't have to make a dexterity throw. Kids don't get murdered. Hooray! And then we go on to our elf friend Quinn,
Because I don't have to do anything here.
So-
to finish.
radiating with power.
So my
Just-
original plan
nope.
was I was going to blow my horn to supersede their horn, but since their horn is not being blown,
It is being blown.
It is, but not for
Just
anything.
in the air, just in chaotic
but
fashion.
then they threw a volley, and that kind of pisses me off. So
Like you just.
and this is visual. I'm going to, oh, we're shooting, are we? Arrow comes up, arched an arrow up, twirling through the air. Ice storm. The arrow is solely for visual
It's ranger
effect.
casting.
Yeah, but I'm going to cast ice storm and just.
And, oh god! And what's the radius of ice storm?
I-
Like,
60
Spell,
feet.
if I recall
Yeah.
It's like 60-foot radius, or it's a diameter. It's a 30-foot radius.
Pulling it
I
up.
think it's 60.
I've never used it.
It's a
huge.
big spell. I think it's actually a cone, but
Well, it's huge.
no,
40-foot high cylinder 20-foot radius.
20-foot radius, 40 feet.
So,
high.
So it's a 40-foot diameter.
40 feet high, 40-foot diameter
Yeah.
cylinder. Just
So you hear goblins just screech and then go silent.
So was that in the bulk of the army and
bulk
going
of
up?
the enemy. Yeah.
Okay.
And you have passive perception, so you'll definitely get quite a number of it. Let's just say you get 20 of them right off the bat.
I don't know that their stealth is possibly higher enough to
There
beat my passive
isn't.
perception.
Because the numbers that I just gave him, you already know.
Yeah.
And they're in grass fields. I think part of your favorite terrain is grasslands.
No. Forests and
okay.
mountains.
Never mind. But you have enough passive perception that you don't have to worry about doing active perceptions to figure that shit out. So the numbers I gave him is the same numbers that you would perceive as well. Cool.
So I specifically said I went 30 feet up with them, and I would be over the bulk of that, which I'm fine with. Like, I'm not concerned with being hit by this.
Okay.
But the goblin should also be
Oh yeah.
The buddies on my thing are
Before
also
I even
getting
start
hit.
rolling, because there might not be a point of rolling, what is the damage that you do with that?
And is there a save?
There is a saving throw.
I believe it's a Constitution saving throw. If I
It
remember
is
correctly.
a
16 to 64, isn't it?
It might
dexterity
be a
saving
dexterity.
throw.
Sweet.
Yeah.
2d8
I'm double
bludgeoning.
not concerned.
2d8 bludgeoning and 4d6 cold. You want me to roll?
Yeah, roll, because depending on what number you roll, even if they saved,
They might still die.
they might still
35. Do I save?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay, cool. Then I
No
don't take any
damage.
damage.
Barely.
I think it's part. It just adds to the chaotic nature of you flying
Oh,
around with this
six.
war.
Yeah.
Okay, so
So-
we're currently at 14.
Yeah, it's 14 bludgeoning damage.
Okay.
I rolled an 8 and a 6. And then 4d6 cold damage. I rolled shit on the cold damage. So 8 cold damage.
So that's a total of. So you 8 and 14.
So it's
8,
14 plus 8.
14 plus 8. So
22.
that's 22.
Yeah.
The average goblin's health of the normal horde, not getting to hobgoblins.
Yeah.
The hobgoblins, they can take the hit because they're hobgoblins. But the normal goblin normally has 8 to 10 hit points.
Yeah, not anymore.
Yeah. So the goblins get destroyed. The 3 goblins that were on your horde now go limp as they go and like
So you're still dragging around.
you're still dragging them around.
Are
But
they
now they're
strapped
just
to this thing? Or?
yeah, they were strapped to this thing because you know the
Did the
goblin.
leader not have higher health?
The leader does have higher health,
Okay.
but we'll get to him in a moment.
Got
He's going to roll at, I'm going to say, a disadvantage.
Sure.
Natural 18 and a natural 20, so that just turns into 18. Plus 4 because he's a good goblin. Sorry, that's
Well
plus
fed.
6. My bad. He's Goblin King.
Sure.
It's well fed.
What's your TC?
Oh god.
20 something.
It's 23, I think. 'cause I
So the goblin
used
still
plus
fails.
3.
I'm going to make
It's
a.
not even
I'm going to make another dexterity saving though to see if the goblin stays holding to the hole.
And then he'll die from fall damage.
And all that terrain. All that terrain is now difficult terrain.
Difficult terrain because everything just gets iced over
Yep.
and is currently still raining because it's concentration spell. So
And I pull another arrow from Mike Weber, touch it to my bow. It's like, are we gonna trade volleys or are we gonna knock this bullshit off?
7,
we
5,
hope they stay
12.
common.
Jesus. So
hope
I
they
just
stay
rolled
common.
3d12.
Singular
they can
arrow in
understand
response.
Yeah, I just rolled 3d12 on how many goblins you would have gotten on that one. I rolled a 12, 7, and a 6.
That's a lot of goblins.
That's a lot of goblins. So that's literally
That's a lot of damage.
20, not 24, 23 goblins
Yeah.
dead
Yeah.
immediately.
I'm gonna use. I have a once per day that I've never used because it's dumb that it's only once per day. Where me and everyone can understand me and
Yeah.
I can understand all of them. So I never use
Just the once.
Just the once per
Yeah,
day.
you can convey it through body language and
Well, no,
other
it's
ways.
a linguistic thing because it's a bar. I can't.
Oh, I know
it's called
exactly. I know
linguistic.
exactly what you're talking about.
They don't understand me when I load my arrow and say, "Are we gonna knock this bullshit off, or do you want to keep trading volleys?" Because I got lots of fun
Make an
arrows.
intimidation with advantage, and I know what I said.
Okay.
Oh god.
Can I see the newly fallen king?
Wow. Okay.
He fell off.
Well, he's
the horn.
currently falling right now.
Makes no
Right.
difference.
Yep.
Can I telekinesis and catch him?
Yeah, in a moment. We haven't gotten to Ek yet.
39.
39. Okay, so as you're doing this, as Goblin Hailstorms replacing the heads of goblins. Icicle sculptures.
Ice sculptures.
Yeah, ice sculptures. And you can see their eyes moving before they stop moving as the rest of the body freezes internally. As they're like, as everyone in the hobgoblins are going, he's like trying to I can take this, and it's like, oh shit, my back is breaking. and the gnolls are just growling gnolls.
Yeah. 2 days later at a royal wedding, you're like, where did you get all these ice sculptures? Found them in field sire.
So that's a flash forward. Heck, while you're doing that, they haven't really had time to respond yet.
Yeah.
So you did that.
6
you know
seconds.
you are intimidating as fuck. All right. No one is advancing on the humanoid side. Basically, the people that are just being people. But Eck, you're seeing all this happening. There's currently mass hysteria. There is currently trouble handling on the left and the right because everything in front of you is currently being handled by the rest of the people.
All right. I'm a little, can you help me out here? Why are we here in this field with these goblins?
Field trip.
Because as I'm doing this, I'm turning myself to earth.
Eck, I'm just gonna, so David, I'm gonna just tell you, the reason why you're here is because a family member, adoptive parents were here, and he wanted to come here to see why they're moving like refugees.
All right.
So that's why you guys here.
But I don't necessarily need to know why. I have an understanding.
I knew we were teleporting to
I have a
them.
fairly
You would
good
know
idea
that
of why.
information. You weren't here last game, but that's why.
Right.
He found out that
Tom Petty would be so proud.
If we really need to clear this field, let me clear
the
this
field.
okay,
I'm on defense.
you can walk through the ice storm that is currently going and hailing.
Nope.
Or
I don't need to go to the ice storm. That's already handled.
Yeah.
I'm going to go left or right.
which you can't go
I'm
both.
going to
You
go
going to the front or you going to the back?
left or right to the back.
Basically, to the front of the convoy or to the back of the convoy.
Oh, got it. Well, where's the main forces where I will not run into the convoy? Because I'm going to run as Earth.
Well, you're in a grass field, so there's the road and then grasslands on either side, with a few trees here and there. This place is a little hot. Tall grass fields for a good mile or so, but it's also a prime hiding spot, which is
Right. I just don't want to get close to the caravan, but I want to get close.
You are literally standing in between. So there's the goblins, there's you, and then there's the caravan.
Oh, perfect.
We are between the caravan and...
Yeah.
I literally want to run into the thickest part of the goblins that I can.
Okay. Make a
As,
perception check.
as Earth.
We came into the middle of
Make a
this
perception
fight
check.
like a Bifrost, just right into the center of this war.
Yeah. They saw a bright light and it's like goblin and they charged.
Perception
Yep, stupid goblins.
They do.
plus 12, so 22.
22. The front, because thing about tactics, if you stop the front of the convoy, the rest kind of grind to a halt.
Fair enough. I'm running to the front.
Okay.
I'm going to.
Make a general athletics check. Try to get as many goblins as possible with your terrain effect that you activate with Earth.
Correct. So I'm making a what check?
Athletics.
That's going to be a athletics check is going to be a 30.
A 30, DC near impossible. You realize quickly the ground is a little mushy. And the thing about when you add tremor to the bit of a yes, it liquefies it. It literally just turns into sludge. So instead of going like person to person to person, you just make a trench of difficult terrain as you just all the way to the front, and you swear you hear as you just run over a few.
I'm literally not even trying to swing swords. I'm running.
No, you just
running past them within 15
You
feet.
step on a few of them.
Basically, I want to be within 15 feet of them as I run by.
Yeah, and what's your damage again with this area effect?
It's I don't recall, but let me check. It is actually.
We're getting back to it.
Bear with me. Let me find it here. Just a moment. Oh my god, I got so much stuff. Where'd it go? Alright, should be in one of these 3 packets here, so just bear with me.
So while he's digging, my
Yeah.
next turn is
Top.
essentially a wash anyway.
Yeah.
Because all I'm doing is I'm cutting the platform off and the horn is now mine.
Okay, yeah, easy enough to do, especially with the goblins that are were on it, are still on it, are just limp and dead. And
Yeah. So
freezing
it's
over.
just the platform crashes to the ground below and I now have a new mammoth tusk
So the
from
king,
it,
so
essentially.
King
Wardrobe.
Galbo now has to make a dexterity throw from a falling platform.
That sucks to be him.
Yeah.
Anyway, that's because I'm going to be dismantling all of that in air. I assume that's my entire turn. 'Cause-
I'll let you like that. I'll give it. That took your one action in an object interaction.
okay.
If you want to
So
do
I would-
something else, sure.
I mean, at that point, all I would really have is like a bonus action or something.
Yeah.
I don't have anything specific
I do have a spell.
other than. Oh, I know. I'm gonna as things are dying, I'm just gonna be absorbing.
Oh,
Dead
easy
spirits.
enough. Easy enough.
Yeah.
Especially with the new abilities of the soul coin, it's just like cha-ching, cha-ching, cha-ching.
Oh no! The soul coin is pocketed. That hasn't done anything.
Gotcha.
This does not warrant that coming out. So
There's-
this is just normal.
You sure?
Trivial.
Fill up the lantern behavior.
Look, these goblins look pretty unwashed. Are you sure you're not threatened by them?
There it is.
Fedek, you can now grab it with telekinesis.
I want to make a squeaky
Oh
noise
yeah,
like
100%. Well, I'm
that.
way ahead here. It's like one of those stress balls.
And pull him. I can only move him 30 feet at a time, but pull him.
So,
towards me.
are you actively trying to make sure he doesn't get crushed to death by the falling debris of the ice storm?
Yeah. Why
Okay,
not?
go to make a dexterity saving throw as you flying through the heart of the storm.
I have
For
handy-
him, my dex throw is not great. 9.
9. Okay, so
Cut to ribbons by
So-
razor hail.
going to roll damage again for King Gobbo. He might not survive the journey.
I don't care. I'm not interested in him.
Yes, Ek. What is it?
It is. They have to make a DC 20 con
No,
saving.
it's-
A DC 20 con saving throw.
Okay, and
Or
what's the
take-
damage?
3d10 force damage.
Okay, you run over the goblins. There you go. So when you go all the way to the front, you literally make a slurry
It's
field.
within 15 feet, so it's 30
Oh,
feet
God.
on either side.
Jesus Christ.
That's a
It's 50 feet on either
trench.
side.
You just immediately make a
He didn't
trench
survive.
of difficult terrain.
He did not
And
survive.
that impedes with your movement, which using your action, bonus action, and movement, you are able to like 150 feet, if I remember correctly.
No, that would be with my air. So
Sure.
I'm 50 plus 50. 55 plus 55. So 110 would be my. Well, my. if I
Plus
use an
bonus
act-
action.
Well,
dash.
a bonus action was to turn on my earth.
Okay, so that's
I'm
still
assuming that I wasn't Earth when we arrived. I don't know.
last time you were Earth. Like,
I was Earth when we finished our last section.
yeah, so you don't even have to do that.
Alright, so bonus
100,
actions.
100 and
55 times 3 if I want to do bonus action.
you're gonna do that.
Yep.
Okay, so you run 150 plus feet, which is all you need to do. That will make a trench of 30 feet in diameter of just slurry and slot that they have to get through, which they get a couple of them try a few feet and then take a couple of dead bodies and like use them as like a raft kind of situation of like, because they're also being shot by the locals with shoddy shots of volley fire at the same time. You have essentially stopped the progression on the front side of the battle. And we get back to the grapple / almost dying of King Gobbo.
30 damage.
Not survive.
You bring he's like, "Ah!"
Oops. All right.
And as you bring him back, you're like, and you notice it's just ice statue.
It's fine. So can I bring him all the way to me?
Oh yeah,
All right. So reach up and just pry that fucking
literally
crown off
takes
the
off
top
like
of his
the
head.
cap of his head. It's like attached.
Like drop him.
Oh, you bite it. Your Constitution saving throw.
That one I can do. 25.
25. You know, you notice that there was a couple screws at the top of his skull.
Look around. Breathe a little fire on the thing.
You get unscrewed, but it was literally screwed into his top. So that other.
Fantastic. Pull little screws out. So put the crown on my head and hand the goblin corpse to the kid. Thank you so much for the little.
Oh, man.
Make a charisma check.
With disadvantage.
Yeah.
All right, disadvantage couldn't be much worse than that.
It's not a high DC. These are kids watching a golden kobold do this.
9.
9? The DC was a 10. So as you hand the kid over with the scalped King Gobbo,
Souvenir. Look, pinata. No.
you
no.
just hear.
Okay, fine. So telekinesis it and make it do a little like jiggle.
Arms break off.
That's worse! That's worse!
Forget it.
The frozen statue, the arms break off, like most of the skin flakes off.
Well, it'll make good soup. Let's just...
This is not delicious.
All the kids are crying.
Scar this kid for life.
Oh, I can hear him make a memory now.
It's like,
To watch him make a memory.
Gwen, come fix this! I'm like, no, you got this.
Gwen! God damn it.
And now the problem is now a couple of parents are like, my kids are crying during an attack. I'm going to go deal with that now. So we'll get to that in a moment. It's Sparks.
I look at this. I'm still holding my cube of force. Just
Oh, since you threw the body, the cube of force is still active and splats.
Paint smeared.
It's frozen, guys. It shatters.
It shatters. Cherry on top.
okay.
Wow.
Because it's not.
Medic.
What?
I deactivated cube of force. Push 3. I'll be back.
What language is this? Is this
Just
all,
push
is this all
3!
ignorant?
It's draconic, just very calligraphied.
No.
Okay, that's fine. It's just to protect the kids in the caravan.
Here, kid, hold this.
They're crying. They're like way back away from
They
me.
can't leave. They can't actually leave the cube, which is the point.
I know, which is making it worse for the kids.
I don't want them to leave the cube. They stay in the cube.
So as soon as you leave the area of deactivating the situation of the cube of force, you get out there. Let's just say the only goblins and the only legitimate threat is on the back of the train, of the people of train, the refugees.
On the back right now?
Yeah, because
Okay.
he went to the front, and there's currently essentially 30
Whereabouts am I
foot.
on the caravan?
You're the center. You
Center?
guys like teleported to the
Great.
center.
So I see him beeline to the front,
front.
which means I'm going to the back. And as I'm going to the back, I'm going to start growing.
Oh god.
Titan
That
style.
feels excessive.
Oh my god. So everyone's gonna make fear checks. Goblins and the caravan.
The caravan can't go too far very fast. I'm more worried about everything else.
You know, it is the back of the caravan. Okay. Well, I just rolled a 18 and a 19 for the caravan.
Nice.
Yay!
Oh, because they should also know what a warforged is.
Well, yeah, they yes, Nutvar was near one of the
So they say,
sleeping
like, oh,
valleys.
holy
Yeah.
shit, it's a Titan.
Sorry, Valley of Rusted Blades. They know what a Titan, but they've never seen it function before.
Yep.
Yeah, so you just see just people go wide-eyed on both the goblins, because the goblins just roll 2 natural 15s.
Nice.
The goblins and also the refugees immediately just kind of stop as you're just running across, and they're kind of deciding, what side are you running for? Which side are you running for?
Everybody, even Cody's like, okay, which direction is going?
Is he friend or foe? Is
Are
he
we
friend
fighting
or
or
foe?
fucking? I'm getting naked either way.
So they're not afraid, but they're also just like concerned of like, do I hit it or do I run? Do I hit it or do I run? Is he on my side? Is he what is
Okay, I'm going to come up with dual shoulder heavy ballista, two shoulder ballistas, dual, 2 of them,
Uh-huh.
and I'm going to. Yeah, we'll go ahead and do dual axe hands.
Do axe hands? Oh god, just get ready to just get to the feet. By the way, the tall grass is actually wheat.
That's
Have to
fantastic.
reap the bloody wheat.
Yep.
And I'm going to sound my foghorn. Just.
John, they're already under the effects of like fear and stuff like that, so it can't double. But
Oh no, this is for those that are on my side.
yeah, oh right, because you're on to
It gives them advantage on all saving
Yeah.
throws and attacks for the next turn.
I'm looking through my spell list, like I've got a bunch of crying kids. I'm a time wizard. I'm looking through my spell list going, I've got to have calm emotions. I don't! I have nothing for this! I have nothing!
Utterly.
You're undone by kids. And by the way, there's like
This is
literally
not how Batman dies.
there's a dozen of kids that are currently, every time you get closer, a couple of kids like throw mugs at you, and they're like getting blind kids and like throwing random stuff at you, because there's a couple like younger adults in there, but even there's like the oldest person is like 8 years old in that cart, and there's like 6 of them. Anyway, we'll get that later, and you notice there's a couple parents trying to get into the human force that they can't, so they're currently banging on an invisible force wall trying to get to the kids.
No.
Okay.
And the longer they're outside, the increasingly angry they get.
Gwen!
So
Gwen, what am I paying?
for those notification,
Yeah.
Titan's Bellow can be heard up to 10,000 feet away.
Jesus.
We're in the field, so it's 10,000 feet.
Yeah.
This bellow gains all allies
miles.
within 60 feet.
It's a foghorn.
+5 to your proficiency bonus, which is mine, which I think is +6 now. So it gives +6 to all attacks and saving throws at the start of your next turn.
Going to make a general charisma check to see how
Oh,
tiny.
hey, general charisma.
I know, but this is like to clue in the refugees that you're on their side.
You're more charismatic than I am smart, so.
We take a long rest before we
Oh, yeah.
right? Okay.
It's been a whole
Actually, I
week.
think he's also more charismatic than I am.
Oh, hang on, I gotta go
Not
with these. I gotta go with these
in
ones. Hang on.
My charisma's only a 14.
Okay, well,
Charismatic in Titan form, he -5 across the entire.
-3,
-3, right?
which nullifies the bonus I have, so that makes it a 10.
Okay. Noah, with 18 and 19s that they did with the fear checks, they will actually start, as soon as you start laying into the field, literally, yeah, and doing your thing, not doing a terrible lot of damage, but rallying the few actual physical bodied
I'm
individuals.
assuming I'm stepping on things too.
Oh yeah, you're stepping on things,
Yeah.
chopping across.
Picture that, like the cutscene of this is not epic battle music. It's who can say?
It's Anya.
Only time.
It's better than Four Non Blonde.
What's going on?
And I say,
I mean, there's actively a performance going on. You guys are not matching my vibe at all.
Yes. All right.
which actually matches the.
It's
Way more
Mardi
complicated for the
Gras
level of
30
fight this
feet
is
up,
going on.
and down here it's a
I had
very
specifically closest targets first. Closest targets
Yeah, I
first.
hit
So,
Scott.
with your
You
perception,
guys are doing
your
something else.
perception
You're
is
doing
high
super
enough
sexy
that you
sassy.
notice that a couple of veteran soldiers jump onto your back because they know the stories and they've been taught how to jump onto the back of Titans. As crazy as it is, but they jump
I will
onto your
relinquish the
back
turrets.
and you notice
They can
that
have
they climb into your shoulder-mounted turrets and take over the actions of the turrets. And they begin just, like, oh, that's a hobgoblin.
That's got some kick.
Because they're full-blown trench.
Nail the hobgoblin to another hobgoblin to a tree to another tree. I have
It's telephone poles. Not even these things.
Yeah, and it's like,
telephone pole.
yeah, so they're just like, damn.
It'd
And they're
only be
currently,
more awesome if it had tits and was on fire.
because you have room, as per the description of me making the item, they are able to get into these
I
medium-sized
have
areas.
so many
and just-
questions about dating history right now.
Works for me. Engage at your discretion.
Yeah. So 2 veterans with the 10 and their impressive wisdom saving throws are able to take a number of them out with your bonuses with ease. We're back to Mr. Ice Boy.
Good old threat detection.
Oh,
So you hear the crying of Vedek and the angry, like, what are you doing to our kid, you glorified little tiny dragon asshole? Let me in! He's
Glorified disco ball.
Yeah, he's taking pickaxe and he's like,
Keep
whack,
pushing the button.
whack,
Like,
whack.
he's trying to bring it down, but he keeps pushing the up button. Like, no.
Okay, if you go to 4, it's no spell effects can pass through the barrier. If you go to 5, nothing can pass through the barrier, period.
Well, you said living objects.
Yes, I said press 3, which is
living,
and non-living entities.
Yeah, so
press
that's
that one.
that's everything that they got. So they're literally trying to pickaxe it or just like screaming, and they notice
Why I get 3?
Right, but we're clarifying the joke on if he's continued up the buttons or if he just keeps pushing 3.
with the
So which is?
So which is it?
because
Oh no! I imagine at this point he's starting to flail.
yeah, yeah. He started to
Hang on,
flail.
hang on. So I will tell you.
Oh,
Oh, I didn't tell him what
3.
3. So you press 3 again, just reactivating it, and it's like you see the barrier.
No. You have to push 6 to turn it off.
Oh,
I don't know that.
Mashing 3.
You're just mashing 3, and you know. And the last thing, so just for the point of reference, the last thing the parents saw is that a tiny body was taken.
A tiny
body was flung frozen against the invisible barrier. All they know is as a parent.
after it was like
Contorted and ripped apart.
Yeah, contorted, ripped apart, and then flung and shattered into an invisible field, and their kids are screaming and wailing. So they're bloody, murderly, like angry mob style. They're no longer caring about the goblins. There's like 10, 15 adults around this barrier currently just, let her in, you asshole! What are you doing to my kid? I can't turn it off!
This is the lever.
Push the button!
Which one? So Quinn, you're seeing
And
this.
IT just got dumber and ran away, right? Like,
Yeah.
you're the only dude who knows the
I said
buttons.
press 3 and ran.
Okay, cool.
Quinn is striding over, pulling his bandolier from his back. Come friends, let's calm this all down.
Oh yeah, that's good.
Calm emotions.
No, just making a persuasion check. I
Make
don't
it a
actually-
disadvantage because of the current situation.
Persuasion
You are good, but this is a train wreck.
Two kids are as big as me.
With disadvantage, I have to use the 2, which becomes a 10, which is 33.
Even at a 2, you almost rolled a natural 1. So close! But you pull it through. So a lot of the voices calm down, and you are a pretty face. I'm not gonna lie, you're a pretty face.
I imagine it's more than he's a pretty face. He's a Fey Lord at this point. Like, this is an ethereal,
So
weird.
there's a little bit of mixture of additional fear of.
He also has
There's a
3
new
eyes.
entity here that we don't register as friend or foe at the moment that just summoned an ice storm as they look behind you, because you currently have the mist of the ice storm behind you. Yeah.
No, and I've got the sword. Remember, I've got the sword on my belt that rings me in ice all the time.
Oh, 100%. So you're just a wafting of cooling energy in like Hawaiian temperature humidity.
Yeah.
As you step
So they don't initially stop, they pause because still a bunch of kids are wailing inside that they can't get to. They have alarming concerns, but you get enough of their attention to just kind of stop the angry mob approach.
Sorry, I'm just remembering that I have the ability to cast mass suggestion.
Yeah, you do, but you chose performance, baby. Too late.
Yeah.
You can cast mass suggestion.
So they're currently just like you. Literally, one of the grandpas is like, "Now's the time to sing." Oh fuck, you're a fairy. No one made promises. No one gives a shit.
You're Fey. You're Fey.
You're fake. So this elder guy's like, "Shut the fuck up! Shut the fuck up!"
Nope, I'm not offering anything, therefore this is not rudeness, therefore we do not make any
And
deals.
the elder
I'm not
comes
telling you
over.
to be
He's
here.
missing a couple teeth. He's got like a bunch of classic beer going down, but doesn't actually quite full though. No hair on top, so he's got all the hair on his chin and mustache and everything. And he's like, "All right,
That guy's 20 years now.
And he goes through like broken. He's like, and he goes into like terrible Elvish. Friend, no fuck, friend.
I'm gonna reciprocate in worse Elvish. And I'm gonna say, don't piss off the lizard. He might eat your children.
He's gonna make an active intelligence check.
Yeah, but it's worse.
Which one is the lizard?
That's a natural
gold
2.
one or me?
That's a natural 2. So he goes, "Guys, I think I did it. I think. I don't want to get anyone's concerns up, but I think he's now my slave." We end on that. You hear that?
Coming through the horn.
Just a cackling witch, buddy, just flying over it.
Coming through the horn.
So we end on that.
Okay.
Because that's a natural 2 intelligence. So what do you get? Ek, you're continuing your thing? Or do you want to continue the engage?
No, I'm continuing my. I am pacifying. I'm literally
He's a
check the
pacifier.
caravan,
Main
protect the
destroy,
caravan,
pillage.
and
Okay.
bury the goblins as many as I can.
With-
and by the way, I'm now raging, so
Yeah.
I'm going to go large.
Oh, God.
Oh, good. Now we have 2 growing tanks.
It's really not necessary.
Yeah.
guys.
Overkill! Resources.
So it's overkill. So literally a band of goblins on these mounted beasts are like, yeah, with a bunch of like potheads and everything. Yeah! And they get closer and you get bigger and they're like, ah! And they break off. It's like, no!
Objects in your presence are larger than they have.
Yeah, it's like this weird perspective thing of like you grow larger as they get closer to you. Like this is not.
No.
Yeah, they immediately break off. And
We
between
don't got it.
at the end of that, between you continuing your work because you still have to kill a few of them because they're stupid goblins, and you continue your work with the people that are joining you on the fray. The goblins are routed. For whatever, they're not all dead, and a few of them probably are going to get away, but they're no longer like charging forward because they realize that they've been repelled and it's time to disband and regroup and maybe come back.
They're ambush types.
Any of you who speak common and wish to defect to a more powerful army, please come see me in this corner.
And a gesture away from the caravan and land on the ground.
Make a either.
Are you not good at goblins?
What?
Why not?
I've got a tree in our front yard who's on
So
our
it's-
side.
so it's-
but
so
why
make
not?
Make a intimidation check, not because you're being intimidated, because of everything else that's happening.
Oh,
They see
sure.
the power that
Yeah.
we wield.
Yeah, exactly, right? Because the goblins, goblins, hobgoblins, and gnolls, all they know in terms of what they saw is flash of light, ice storm, wailing kids, flying bunny, 2 elemental titans of steel and turtle
Earth.
come into existence.
Steel and earth, yeah.
Natural 20?
Yes, sir. So that becomes...
We had an iron golem and a
Because my intimidation
golem.
is shit. That becomes a 27.
Actually, you're
I was going to roll a luck check.
elemental.
I was going to roll a luck check, but I'm going to say natural 20 is going to bypass that luck check.
Yeah. And the ones that are
so-
left are just all...
Yeah,
ones
the
that speak
hobgoblins
common.
look up. Look at that. A couple of hobgoblins that are in the actual ice fields are like backing away, trying to get out of the ice storm. Not all of them make it. Look up, kind of, and look at the Titan that's currently just plowing the fields, and then also Elemental Ek in Earth Elemental Titan form, currently plowing the fields. On the other side, it goes, Moko this, Moko ja! And it literally gives out orders to the rest of the goblins that are under his command, and immediately the goblins go,
We follow you now.
and immediately run to that corner.
Cool.
Nothing in between, and a couple of like you don't realize that they're running. You just see them running away. And it's like a Titan's foot crunch, and then like just a bunch of goblins are like, and again.
So anything that approaches a certain range, like if he's there, then like I'm gonna back the
I
Titan
know
off.
there's a
but,
couple like photo line finisher moments.
Shot. And then just lock eyes with the bunny.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like half a goblin makes it.
Like I sent him to
The
sweep
photo
up.
finish is just like
The one that does that, I'm like, I'm so sorry. Here's a potion. I recognize that this isn't a perfect system. Handing out literature to everybody. It's in common.
looking at
And
this screen.
like, I have an array of languages, but I don't think I have every language available
Look at
yet.
these
But
tribal
like,
goblins. They're looking at the
Just like
scribbles on the
enchanted
paper,
pamphlets
and
that
they're
have,
like, they're like tasting it.
yeah. And so like, I pull out the previous, like in the bag, I pull out the previously drawn pull down thing and the little projection slides that I then put through as I'm like, your opportunities with this organization.
Let's
that
talk
start
about what
leading
makes
them
you
through
special.
the potential to join up. And that's what I'm going to be doing for the the whole time they're dealing with kids, I'm dealing with gnolls and goblins and attempting to get them to join the.
Camera pan to the 15-foot cube. There's a whole bunch of kids inside who are crying and a golden kobold. Like, President, I don't know what to do.
And cut to the elder that is currently going, now, I could be wrong, but it could be slave or marriage. Slave or marriage.
That's hilarious. That word is so
so
close that he don't know which one is which because slavery marriage.
Yeah, when he lands on me, get one of these.
No. Shit. But, and he goes down and says, Barbara, I'm sorry, but I'm going to have to clap those cheeks.
I think I'm married a fae.
Oh.
You have no idea what you agreed to.
So, Eck and Sparks, for the next couple rounds, you're dealing with
Chop, chop, chop. Shoot, spear, spear, telephone pole.
I'm not even swinging a sword.
You're currently
I'm just
looking at the
You're swinging
backside.
a goblin. Like, you're trying to see, trying to find out, like, if you take one goblin by one feet and one goblin by the other feet and slap them together, they make a coconut sound that you're finding a bees in at this point.
And
together then next
strangely
round, use
looking
them.
Next to goblin and no one's around to hear it. Does it make a sound?
Yes, it makes a coconut
Yes.
sound.
Of course it makes a sound, but they make funnier sounds. Anyway, Quinn, you're looking at the currently backside that's currently praying to his dead wife.
You can just walk away from him, walk over to the.
He doesn't stop.
I don't care what he does. He is of no concern to me. I walk over and I'm tapping on the side of the cube.
Make a charisma check and make a charisma check.
Oh my
Because
God,
the parents
please,
are a wave
no.
of energy. That's another thing.
10!
Not bad, not good.
God,
Charisma check?
Charisma
I should
check.
be better at
You, a
this.
charisma check? 17.
Yep.
17? Okay. So, your raw charismatic energy stops the wave of hostility of parents. It doesn't matter who they're
Then I
fucking
have to
with.
raise a whole bunch of kids, and who wants that?
Yeah. Literally, one of the fathers, like, shoves you out of the way. Not like intentionally, like, trying to collide with you, but in order to get to the children first, and so they kind of have to body check you to get to the...
So then it takes off the crown and hands it to the kid who was bringing it.
It still has, like, goblin...
Just
goblin
take
bits
it.
in
I
it.
don't want it anymore.
So you give the kid that is being taken away by the father.
Queen goes and picks up the kobold. It's okay.
Both being swaddled. Both being
They were
swaddled.
so big.
It's okay. The scary children are gone now.
Of all the ways that this could have happened, this is so on brand. I love it.
This is on brand.
This is perfect.
Very on brand.
And so that is pathetic. You know,
Not afraid of anything.
Fey Lord, fuck you! And Lich Dragon, bring it, bitch! Small children, God no!
And on top of that, when you were looking through your book, I think that was the one time no Vedics on the inside were like all of them are gone. No, like literally, you turn the page like there's rolling like cups, like they just got out there.
Ran.
It's rare. Anyway, so I'm gonna say, in order, at the time of like finishing the coddling and you doing your thing, you doing your thing, you're doing your thing.
If you turn to page 16, you'll see a diagram of
She's
the
got like
that we're
9
going
goblins who are sitting around
Yeah,
trying to
wait,
follow.
hold on, 16. One goblin goes.
You see
And
him
starts
pulling
counting
off
the toes. Yeah. Starts counting the toes of the goblin next to him.
But they're trying. They're honestly trying as they look over towards the Titan. It's just kind of like a prowling lion.
I'm just going back and forth, making sure no one else is around.
Yeah.
Okay, ignore him. We're not going to accept you if you're coerced in. Now, The terrace that we're going to be facing is...
You'll find
Oh
out.
They're stuck on coercing. They're like, what's coercing? But this is a life or death situation. Like the survival aspect of a goblin's brain is much bigger than anything else. So they're actively. So I'm gonna roll a bit of a chaos magic thing of like if they actively just evolve to survive.
They're mind goblins.
No. Goblins actually have an incredible like civic spirit. It's just never been used before.
Yeah, it's because it's like.
Oh my god, they're going to become the union reps.
You know what?
So
Actually,
excited.
since you're doing this, roll 2d20. If either of them are a 19 or a 20, a couple of them immediately just learn how to read.
Learn
I
what
can't
conscious
tell what that
thought
is. I'm not rolling that one again. It
Okay.
was illegible.
No, it's a 16.
So close. You see a couple of the goblins are like actively having like blood come out of their ears and nostrils.
And like every time that they have something like that, you see me like,
Okay, we're gonna have to dial this down. This is gonna be a more step-by-step process when it comes to this.
like there's just, I've got my own copy that's covered in notes for next
Yeah, yeah.
How come it says we have to X this down? What the?
The few remaining hobgoblins that got in,
Below
which is
Eck.
within this
I
like
have
single.
a couple of gnolls too, because I
Oh, yeah, oh, yeah.
okay, because
Oh, yeah.
they're cute.
Yeah, the gnolls got in here and
I like them. They're hyenas.
yeah. And they're just currently just sitting
They're just
down.
smiling,
They,
very big
they're
giggles.
smiling big because they took a couple of the dead goblins and are currently like,
Hell yeah. That's right. Benefits. See benefits.
The
Matt.
goblins are sitting there going, are we one of the benefits?
No.
You hear the,
Dead eat. Benefits. Like, we give you food.
I don't want to get eaten by the dead.
one of the gnolls.
Hold on, and like digs in the, like sticks down the bunny hole, reaches out and comes out with muffins and is like, food.
Benefit.
Yeah. So
And starts
as soon as the
passing out
muffin
muffins.
goes down, the
So like this is the slowest.
You're passing out the muffins to the goblin. There's Fennec with half a goblin head on his head.
But this is the slowest onboarding of Todd's life. You can see Todd visibly shaking from going this slow.
Oh yeah, 100%. And in the most gut-wrenching, horrific scene of a very low intelligent gnoll learning to speak common, speaking one word, benefit. As he just gorgeous on
Oh
goblin.
my god.
Dead goblins. Gorgeous on dead goblins.
Yes, they're dead
I'm
goblins.
just making sure we're being very specific. We're having a difficult onboarding.
I
There's some deprogramming.
love this.
Has to happen.
Okay. Well, where was the point I was going?
I'm
We
walking
don't
back to the caravan now.
Yeah, back to the caravan.
Oh yeah, Sparks is something with family or something.
Yeah. So
I don't know.
I'm assuming the guys disembark off of my towers.
So with now the toddler situation kind of taken care of, and most of all of the goblins slash hobgoblins slash gnolls are no longer a problem because they've been taken into a single area. Literally, none of them would have escaped with that natural 20, and with you guys doing what you do. Their survival part of the inbreaks have been coaxed very much like herding sheep into a single area, and they're dealt with. You got, let's say, I'm
Let's do percentile.
gonna roll how many goblins made it.
How many goblins made it?
Yeah, made it.
I heard mated for a second.
Not mated. That's later.
That happens too.
Goblins.
How many did we kill?
So we got 6, 8,
Hobgoblins.
so that's 14 goblins,
Okay.
Only?
2 hobgoblins,
Okay.
and 12 gnolls.
Hell yeah!
That's a lot of gnolls.
The gnolls are smarter and a little healthier. That makes sense.
Well,
Got it, I got it.
gnolls are pretty hardy, so you
Yeah,
know that
yeah.
makes sense. And they run fast. All right, so
It's all fours.
oh, 100%. It's like they know a bad deal. It's like, all right, so remember that number. I will not remember it.
Oh yeah, it's written down.
Yeah. The people of the caravan kind of coalesce into a single mass, inspect the bits of the Goblin King, because they thought it was a child. They're like, oh god, which child died? And then after a couple of investigations of, that's not a D20, natural 18, a couple, sort of like, guys, this is not a human skull. And it's like half
It's
goblin.
like fangs.
Yeah, it's like fangs. It's like, it's a goblin. It's not a kid. Unless someone got a goblin kid. It's like, nope, we're good. Everyone got their kids. Yep. Where's Bill? Oh, there's Bill.
Anyone have any goblin children? Crazy Terry, I'm looking at you.
And Quinn, you're still at the front of this mass of people.
Holding a weeping kobold.
Holding a weeping kobold.
With a muffin.
With a muffin. How he got the muffin? Don't ask.
Yeah, I don't.
At the time wizard, he got the muffin.
Yeah.
That's the fun part. I got the muffin 20 minutes from now.
I don't need a muffin now.
20 minutes from now, you're going to be disappointed because you're going to recognize you're going to get a muffin. It's going to disappear before it hits your hands.
So now a couple of the adults that are not taking care of children come to approach you, but they stop and they look at the elder that is currently going. I accept the marriage proposal as long as you do not enslave the rest of the people here.
Sorry.
That's all I ask.
Sorry.
Just please take the old man kindly. I'm fragile.
I'm going to shrink down now.
I know that every village has an idiot, but you folks are supremely blessed.
These are my people. Remember this.
My father was a village idiot. I'm only a half-wit.
These are my kind of people. My people, as I'm sure you can see.
Look.
Hey, silence.
But
I am a complete...
as you wish. So he sits down going, yes, husband.
Is this man now?
That guy certainly is.
You can say no. You can speak up. I know you can do many things with that silver tongue.
That's what got him
primarily.
That's what got him in the first place.
You're amazed what I can do with that silver tongue.
It's the bronze one that gets particularly dirty.
This pale, I know, actually, he's very sun-kissed. He gets a little red on the cheeks.
Good people of... I'm sorry, where the fuck are you people from?
Nutsack!
Nutvar! That's our neighbor's nutsack.
Oh, be at ease. We mean you no harm. We are merely passing through on our quest to, save the world again, destroy some continental calamity again, prevent the unmaking of existence. Say it with me now. Again.
The whole freaking...
We were not even aware that you were under attack when we arrived. It was simply, what do they call that? Just a quiet gift of fate. Much like the tenets of the Church of Quinn.
Oh, no.
Not the part where you sell it. It's not the part where you sell this.
Make a...
I want to be clear, my union shit is less predatory.
Wow.
By a wide
Make
margin.
a persuasion check. I know what's gonna happen.
That's a 2.
It becomes a 10.
It becomes a
33.
There we go.
Now you have to roll a disadvantage because you're exhausted.
Oh boy, what's he gonna get?
You had the coffee.
You took coffee, yeah.
Yeah, you had the coffee.
Oh, I was hoping to roll a 1 because my mask allows me to once per day turn a 1 into a 20 on the
It's still a 33.
Anyway, so 33. A couple people that have a few religious marks on them of various different gods. Just
Wow.
take it, rip it off, and throw it over their shoulder.
Okay, so you and I have had this conversation. So the what Quinn is the god of is quiet effort being rewarded.
Next far is very
Has
much
Quinn
like
ever
that.
made an effort quietly?
No.
But he wants his followers to.
Yes. Because I don't want to be overshadowed.
Do as he says, not as he does. As he says, he does.
Woo! Okay, we're gonna go away from this. Let's just say a trap of political politics. Trying to state affairs with religion.
I'm playing it more smarmy than Quinn actually would. Is Quinn encourages people to just keep putting in the effort and understand
I'll take
that
my
there
cue
are
back.
powers out there that will reward them,
Okay.
of which he is one, but he's not going to say that.
A couple
Use
hands,
all the charges.
A couple hands raised up before even
How
speaking.
did you use all the charm? It's been 10 minutes.
Yes.
I don't know.
He's sitting there pushing the train.
You've never seen a kobold blush from embarrassment.
Especially a gold one. Turns bronze. Yes.
You see a female, black streaks of hair that's been done in a tight bun in the back, covered in various different weird, like, artificial stuff, and a double barrel shotgun that has, like, been opened up over the arm, so that's, like, not threatening, but it's still loaded if she needs a kind of situation.
This is me being wildly unafraid.
I think Quinn's default state is loaded.
Yeah,
in
and
case
she-
of situation.
Hi, my name is Sylvia. Are we are we being forced into a religion, or are
Would
we?
you like to be?
No.
Can we not?
You are being encouraged to go and live your best life by whatever means and accomplishments you can.
Okay. Second follow-up question: why did you choose here to suddenly,
Frostless
emulate into existence?
That would be me.
Manifest.
Who are you?
Oh, you want
Frosted
it.
Fest.
I am Quinn, the Crescent Quiver, Prince
She
of
didn't ask
Twilight,
you.
Imperator of Stars, Ardent of Hope, Lord of Songs, Tale Starter, Patron of the
He does this a
Common
lot.
Heroes, Ascendant of the Court of
I think by the time he's done,
Shivers,
I'm on board.
Stealer of the Divine Panties, Frostbane, Demon Slayer.
Almost done.
I forgot that.
Are you done? Hi, my name's Ek.
Heck! And you notice this is Sylvia, and it always has been Sylvia. This
Sylvia!
more gaunt-looking individual that you haven't seen for almost 9 months since the beginning of all of this crazy adventure. This is Sylvia Miller, the mother of two divorced, well, not divorced, widowed of one
Big
Charles
difference there.
Miller.
One's also
Yes.
Does she look the same as when he met her?
Make a. You know what? I'm not going to roll this. She has different hair color, but it's always been this hair color.
That's such a cop out.
She's
Remember,
a little. She's
we shift the timelines.
she's a little bit more
That's
alert in the eyes. And going to make an not intimidation, insight check, because it's less of a physical look, but more of like a internal situation.
Now, insight is pretty much
And I'm
straight
completely
up.
different.
Insight is straight up for me, so a 12.
12. Last time you checked, she didn't have a lot of interest in tech-based castings. That seemed to be always about his husband's stick. But now she's a lot more like teched up
Were
bandolier,
these-
various
were these-
different cogs and
Were
stuff like
these
that.
folks that were in the Warmed Goose
Yes.
tavern?
That served
Yes.
you the very questionable dessert.
That's right, when we were having the pie party.
Yep.
Yes.
Hi, party.
It was like some sort of weird of like I
Episode
don't even
1.
remember, but it was a weird episod 1 of TWR. Holy shit, that was
Yeah, that's amazing. Yeah.
when you had your first character and then had your second character.
Yes, in the same episode. The first episode. Okay. Yeah, 3 things. I reach into my bag of holding, and I pull out a handkerchief that is folded nice and intricately.
Hmm?
And I gently unfold it, and it is a single, solitary, hard, wrought iron key.
She's gonna make an intelligence check on that.
No, give her the key to
It's
your
a pleasure to see you again.
Oh, the key to the inn that I built.
Pardon if I
Before
might,
even
I
the
might,
games
I
of the
might
key-
look like a little,
before you
little
even
arc,
get
pardon
any-
me, and I bring
Oh,
this
at
up
that
like
point
this.
you would have like de-escalated, but
And if you stay up longer than 4 hours, you consult a physician.
and she looks at you and she has a hardened look at her eyes the last time you've seen her. And she's a little bit more gaunt, a little bit more twitchy than the last time you saw her, and she's just like, I would say the same, but the last time I saw you were in the worst parts of my existence. I am glad you're not dead. And that is the best I can say.
Ooh, I don't know if I...
I'm not saying that as an insult, I'm saying that as a grieving widow.
Where's her?
What is this key?
Wait a minute. Do I recall her husband died during that fight? Badly.
Oh, badly. He got slit on the throat.
Yep.
He got resurrected, de-skinned, killed again, and then burned.
Yeah. This is this is when we were level 2, guys. This shit was going down to we were level 2.
Wait, you guys did that to him?
No, I did that to them not by choice.
No, the enemies came for. Anyway.
Now, do you say that?
We have lots to talk about.
No, we have a lot to talk about. So, this key belongs to you, as well as. We'll start with this one. So, I'll crack up my chest plate and pull out the one item I keep very, very close to myself, and it is the same leather-bound book
From all those
years ago.
Not years ago, just
From all that time ago.
All that time
Years
ago.
for us.
All that
Years
time
in
ago.
game.
Years for me, years in game.
person, 9 months
You're
in game.
right. 9 months in game, but yeah, it's been years for. Oh my god, because
Yeah,
that fucking
right.
Feywild, timey-wimey.
She immediately notices that, and looks at you, and then understands in terms of like full body armor. She doesn't recognize the armor that you're wearing, but she recognizes the stature now as you reveal your very altered, war forged face, because it's even that's not the same anymore.
Still, not something you see every day.
Not something you see anything, but you have that signature 4 items.
I've gone through some upgrades.
Hello, Sparks.
You got glasses.
So, why are you here? You kind of disappeared 9 months ago.
Shit, does he have a kid here?
No words or anything. You just...
I said I would return when I could right the wrongs that I had caused.
Make a general charisma check. As you see a still grieving mother / widow trying her damnedest not to blame innocent people.
While this is happening, I'm sitting down and I pull open I undo my pack and I pull out my portable hole and I'm reaching in and sifting through a couple things and I'm pulling something out.
Okay.
13.
Still pretty good for you.
I recognized that, and it took me this
Did
long.
you roll with 1 point of exhaustion?
I took caffeine before I came here.
Ah! Take off your helmet.
No. Before we teleported, I took a hit.
Yeah. But you just transformed again.
Yes.
So you take another point of exhaustion.
That's a roll disadvantage.
Yes.
That's still 13.
So
Still 13, so it doesn't change anything. We'll get into the new...
So I'm still 1 point of
The
exhaustion.
brew makes you immune to exhaustion for
Oh,
that amount of time, but when it wears off, you have to drink again or take all of it plus 1.
Right.
The
Just keep going at
espresso.
it.
The espresso. I forgot about that. Anyway.
It took me this long
I
to recognize that it was a impossibility for anyone to right what had happened.
He keeps... Okay. And she takes a few steps back. She stands up all the way. First of all, we're surrounded by a bunch of gossip mongers. And she looks at the rest of the folk that are currently just, like, almost like mentally eating popcorn. Of, like, they're still concerned of, like, the situation. So, with respects, I'm going to tell everyone to disperse, go back to their caravans, and then we'll have this conversation. Because...
Got it.
Ultimately,
Allow me. I am going to take a few minutes and cast Mirage Arcane.
Okay.
A small carnival. Just something for the kids and people to
So
to
describe
enjoy
this small
themselves.
carnival. Okay, no. We need to look this up. I've never seen this before. What is this?
Mirage Arcane, it's the most badly worded, broken spell in D&D probably ever. Even Wish has more limitations than the spell. So it's basically, I change the terrain within a mile.
So mine is currently updating. So, oh, there we go. Jesus.
Change the terrain within a mile to sort of represent sort of whatever. It's illusion. But it's just whatever I want it to be.
Wow. That is so vague.
It is really vague. So I'm keeping it low key. And we're just gonna have like a little mini carnival for the kids and people to go play games and
The
Decompress.
Arcane. 7th level spell.
yes, it is.
That is a
10-minute casting, no problem.
Ritual
Terrain
casting.
in up to 1 mile square look, sound, and smell, and even feel like some other sort of. Okay, so you're doing more spectacle of the sight.
It's a big illusion. Is basically what.
Okay, interesting.
That is
So
huge.
as you begin casting this and having this
Less
happen,
carnival rides and more things to look at.
so describe what this carnival looks like.
I like the idea of having games and food even and like little like literally think like county fair type stuff.
Count affairs kind of psyched up. Okay.
Petting zoo.
Petting zoo, perfect.
So the food is more.
Why?
It smells like food.
Little kobolds,
So
you can
these
pet
kids, the eyes bulge out and immediately start running towards it, and the adults are like, wait, 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 wait. There's like because there's still like dead goblin corpses out there.
The corpses are animated to be the barkers and the tenders of all the
Perfect.
games.
So fucking.
I'm
more-
gonna use.
more- Jesus, that's dark.
I'm gonna use
Take a ride into the haunted mansion.
His nose like partially falls off. Oh.
I'm gonna use Big B's beneficent ring. I can make creature things of force. I'm going to make unicorns, and the kids instead of pony rides, they can take unicorn rides. I can have
Okay.
3 of them.
Oh, interesting.
So-
Okay, so with the combined mind, going to make a Arcana check to see how, because you're replacing a Charisma check with an Arcana check. It's basically
Okay.
what you're doing.
What was her name again?
Much better.
We'll get to that in a moment. Hold on.
Well, so
Multiple things are happening at the same
why
time.
he's casting all this is,
Yeah.
is where I would be doing.
32.
32. Okay, so the kids scatter into the distance with a mind that this is a basic Tuesday.
Just a
Yeah,
tiny
and
carnival. Let them have it.
the
good
logical
night.
minds and still emotional minds, and a lot of the parents are like, wait. And as you develop this carnival area of goblin, hobgoblins, and gnolls, as you get the long top hat gnoll people that have like the long stick legs and everything as they're going around.
Oh, wow.
And then as the goblins are being like, step right up, I'm gonna need art of this, as a spontaneous fey carnival ride with a little bit draconic essence into it, of like, walk through the innards of a dragon.
Bumble, go make it magic. And 16 pixies come flying out of my cloak to go use all of their little cantrips to just make the magic happen.
Brilliant. With a 30, that makes it into a memorable
said
moment.
we don't have
And
good
when they get to
soft
the
skills?
food area, like, oh, it smells so good. They bite into like corn cobs. Well, that sucks.
Oh, they can taste it. They can taste it. They think
Yeah, it
it's
says
real.
smells.
For
It said smells.
smells,
It smells.
tastes, anything.
Feels.
They're just not full.
Okay,
Yeah,
one
they
point mile looks,
pretty much
sounds,
They can eat
smells,
as
and
much as they
even
want. Ooh,
feel.
that's even better as a small kid.
Oh yeah, just
So-
continue to eat all
It
of them.
doesn't
Don't get
say
sick.
taste. It says smells, sound, smells, and even feel.
Oh, they can smell a petting zoo.
Yeah,
Okay,
they
fine.
can. Oh god. So they can see the animals,
Smell
but
is
as soon as they try to
80%
touch
taste
it,
anyways.
it's
Feels
not.
the feels.
No, they can touch it. I can create buildings that they can move.
This
It
is-
says feels
okay.
as
It
is,
is
and not feels as in reality.
you
How
can
about
literally
this?
create
How
a
about this?
city
Let's
with
bargain because this is you're right.
Yes,
It
yeah.
is
Once we're
Broken
Once
for
we're high.
what you
Yeah.
want.
It's a town.
9th level spell
Yeah.
slot. Everything you want.
Yeah,
makes
sure.
happen.
Why the hell not?
Because to make it physical and stuff like that, and making it and stuff like that, you're
All right, so you uploaded it
yeah,
to,
so-
to
Upload. No
yeah,
problem.
because there's some like questionable writing in there. Like
It's fair.
we're gonna get the
You know where
lawyers out over
You know
here.
in shit. What is that? Baldur's Gate. The Baldur's Gate game. You know in the hag, like when you walk into the hag's area first, and it's
That's
it's
exactly what it is.
fields, and all the goblins look like sheep.
Mm-hmm.
That's Mirage Arcane.
Yes, it is 100%. And it's
if you were to lick the sheep, you would know.
Yes.
That's why I always lick sheep when I
This
see
one
them.
tastes
Sure.
like
always fail. Always
Alice
fail.
is advanced for her class. She
So,
just grew up
while
in
it's
Baywatch.
taking 10 minutes to cast this. Sorry.
Yeah.
But I'm gonna say in the midst of the casting,
Our
like,
dog is
like in the first
probably-
minute, the first ride shows up, and the roads are starting to wind around. And as each minute passes, another ride, another spectacle,
Yeah.
another carnival thing just starts to grow and grow until a mile of just carnival,
Ask me how long this lasts.
like 24
Until
hours.
one
10 days.
Oh my
10
god!
days!
So there's gonna be some confused
device.
travel.
I'm gonna drop it at some point, but yeah, it is a plot device spell.
Because there's a discrepancy in intellect and whatever else. I know this is going to take a while, but
You
once
remaining the
I
popcorn
have
stand.
no, once I have everybody that I've
We
been
have
talking
meat.
to like onboarded and agreeing, and at least then I want to start my investigation to find out why these three groups were collaborating and attacking this particular character.
Because they are an odd bunch to be collaborating.
Yes.
And by the time you get to that point, you realize that you're in the naughty section, timeout zone of the carnival area, of the goblins and stuff like that. The re-education center.
Okay, no,
No.
that's not
No.
a word that gets applied to the work that I do.
Well,
but
okay.
Maybe it is.
Well, no, for the carnival, it's the naughty kids.
you literally are like, here's your hats, they make you more powerful. You don't get to be mad about re-education being
Yeah.
applied
No,
to
no,
your
no.
My
bullshit.
shenanigans are cheeky.
And so you are in the terms of the carnival. You're in the bad kid zone. Currently, the timeout zone.
Oh, I assume, like, if as that goes up, I'm
Yeah.
like, oh shit, don't let them get distracted. Like, I will
They got HDHD, but I can't speak.
ADHD, but I'm gonna
Yeah.
throw up a cloak. Like
When they get it in real time.
I'm gonna draw a curtain that like
Easy
on
enough.
one side looks like forest, and on our side, I take down my portable projection screen,
Perfect.
and now that's the projections are going up there.
Gotcha.
And-
You are able to
Yeah.
coerce them, no problem.
Fuck off. Get back over in your
Yeah.
seat.
So, while that's happening, yes, Ed.
Where are you
So, what
going?
was her name again?
Her name is Sylvia.
Sylvia. My apologies, I forgot. So, Sylvia, a lot of things have happened in my travels, and a lot of things have happened to you, and I just want to say I'm hoping that this will help you feel more safe. And I pull out a suit of armor out of my
What kind of armor? Are we talking full plate? Are we talking leather? Are we talking?
full plate.
So you literally just whip out a full like
Here's the
armor
plate.
suit and like the full like skeletal like tees like armor suit. And she looked at that. This petite 5 foot
She needs
nothing.
light armor at
Yeah, she's
most.
She looks at this thing like. And what is this armor that you handed over?
Armor of safeguarding.
Safeguarded. So it's like jewel bedazzled and golden and gilded and everything.
There's
Of like,
a big rune on the armor's. There's a in the center of the armor's chest is a citrine engraved with shield rune.
gonna make a
Colors
like
of citrines.
make a persuasion check real quick because you're trying, but it's like
That's the true as you.
Persuasion.
You're right.
It's gonna be raw.
Citrine or yellow.
Yeah, 5.
5. Okay, you
bullshit,
get
girl
this thing
powers.
out before she's able to say anything out, and being the time that she's like mentally processing that you just took something out of a extra dimensional space that
Although, if you get
the
into
farmers
that
of these
pink
life don't see every day.
Chartreuse.
So it's like, well, okay, that happened, and there's this
Chartreuse is
carnival
green.
coming to existence in the background behind
Sensory
you.
overload.
Sensory overload, and then
So I can
whipped
put
out the armor, and she's like,
blues and greens.
it's like,
If we get into
I
pinks
can't
and
wear
greens,
that.
I cannot
But-
tell the difference between coral and salmon.
Thank you? I'm just gonna go with thank you. I'm gonna go with thank you. I'm gonna leave it there because
you need like a robe or something.
no. I don't want anything. I'm currently going through a lot right now. He looks at the rest of the farmers. Carnival, go! And she like, and the rest of the parents go, "Ugh," and go to the rest of the to the
I've got
carnival.
some studded leather here.
Stop with the gifts. Wait till we get home.
That stack of stuff, you were supposed to pick up what you wanted. It was like the party stuff, and you weren't here to take things. So.
Shoved it into your.
You're the one who stuck it in my freaking.
We put it in your ship well because we didn't have anywhere to put it.
Only regarding the 500 bird eggs. Like, you need to stop giving shit away and handle your debts.
The 500 extra rare birds that you just so happen to,
Yeah, the extra rare birds that went into
lose.
the void of space. Void of space, so they're not loose, they're dead. Anyway, so,
It's fine.
ugh.
It's fine.
Anyway,
It's been a bit.
it's been a minute. But she, like, as soon as you whip out the armor, she's like, ooh, that's nice.
Right, and by the way, if you. No, as soon as the studded leather comes out, she says, "Oh, that's nice."
Enough for the gifts!
Oh, good.
Wait till we get home.
Good, great.
What?
Because this is fantastic. Because you could do something that Ek can't do.
Wait, that's ambiguous.
If you put this armor on,
Is it
you could
thinking?
even
Is that what
calm emotions.
Are you calling me emotional?
No,
No.
no.
You calling me emotional?
Calming emotions.
From across the
He's fine! Stop trying to help!
You rolled a 5.
Oh, okay, fair enough. All right, so what I'm giving her, sorry folks, whether you want it or not, is going to her. So, and grayscale armor forged in the Shadowfell. Wearing this armor, you have a +3 bonus to your AC.
Stop saying
we
things I don't
care.
understand.
Giving it to an NPC.
Look, you are trying very hard, and you need to stop, Mr. Snapping Turtle. I will smack you, even if it means my arm.
Very well.
We can fix that.
Yes, ma'am. Boy, she can calm emotions even without.
Stop helping!
She's like,
You. Sorry. 5 foot, 7 foot.
You know, I'm gonna let you know when you're 5 feet tall, you get real used to the looking up. It's not
I know,
a
but
sudden
I pointed
thing.
straight. It's like, no. It's like,
Okay.
It's like, and she's close to you, very much like an angry mother is and does not
It's
fear
weird
you.
when they're down here, not
Yeah.
when they're up there.
Yeah.
For all intents and
Last thing you
purposes,
want to
this
tell
mother-
is, gee, your
You
hair
keep
smells nice.
telling me, and you keep saying
I'm
on the point that I,
14-year-old who had 4 inches on me this week.
you left. You left them, and she looks over, and the kids are gone. It's like the outline.
You left them.
Carnival, they're safe.
They're going straight to the petting zoo.
one's floating off on a unicorn.
You see screeches of happiness as
There's
you
gotta be a
see.
carousel and shit.
Yeah.
16 pixies dedicated to making a carnival. Big fucking hell.
Yeah. You know,
The dream.
Pleasure working with you.
you remember the young, fiery hair,
Like an upcasted picket sign.
firehead boy, no more than 10 years old, known as Fam Miller. And then the younger boy that's no more than 6 years old. Actually, he hit 7 not too long ago, of Gemin. But they are, again, boop, 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 gone. And they ran inside, kind of situation. They saw the food and the spectacles, and the fear is completely gone.
Good.
Kind of situations.
They're safe.
You left them alone in the time that we needed you most, and you keep saying that you did this, that you needed to correct the wrong. And you said something that makes me feel like you killed my husband. Did you kill my husband?
That's a tricky one to answer.
It shouldn't be tricky.
It's not really a feelings.
I'm slowly rolling up my portable hole.
He was made
She
undead.
looks at, snaps her eye to her. You stay right there, young man.
By definition,
Queen's got popcorn.
he was made undead.
Why was he made undead? Wait, undead. That means he would have been killed. So who killed him?
Orc.
Okay?
That orc is
Why
dead.
is that so hard to say? That's not surprising. He was taken by orcs.
I had to watch him be killed because I could not save him. And then I had to then kill him personally again
Because of the undead thing.
because he was undead.
And it hurt my feelings. It was a terrible thing, because he would be my...
Gonna make another charisma check. Not advantage or disadvantage.
10.
10? Okay.
11.
11. Neither, like, up or down. It's just neutral. Her eyes get puffy, but tears haven't come over yet. This is just revisiting trauma that she's been through. And make it insight.
Not something I'm bad at, and not something I'm good at. Actually, something I'm very bad at. I forgot it's a wisdom-based thing for insight. So that's a 10.
10? You see a slew of emotions that you've never been levy to, apart from that one fateful day that you've been on a internal monsoon.
That's why I couldn't tell you where.
And you still, to this moment,
buried.
you can't really process those emotions.
I couldn't tell you where he was buried because he wasn't buried. Because he was made undead, he was burned.
Heavy intake of air.
I had to guarantee that he was not going to suffer by being remade again. And I could not bear to give you the information to even see the aftermath.
So you decided not to tell me and just leave?
I didn't know what to do.
Fucking months.
I didn't know what to do. I didn't know better.
You. Points to Ek.
If it makes
What
you feel,
happened?
makes you feel any better, I killed the person that I went to go save.
What?
Probably doesn't make you feel any better, but I won't.
What are you talking about?
Nothing. Nothing. Was fun.
Ek,
This is news to me.
you are not stupid. What happened? Start to finish. For the husband.
Sorry. All right.
God.
First of all, were you there? I assume you were there.
Stop it. I'm going to.
He was. Okay, I know I told you not to help me. I need you to help me here.
Yes. No.
You're like at least 15 feet away.
Oh, yeah,
You're going to be part of this.
No, we're standing over by like where there's the big ribbon leading into the carnival.
I'm getting bigger.
Like
I'm getting bigger.
I've run out of popcorn and a pixie brought me another.
And you accidentally grab the pixie, and it's the most exciting he's ever made.
Oh God.
Crunching sound.
Remember, it's canon that every time I summon the pixies, I summon the same ones.
This
Means they've all seen his digestive.
So as soon as you crunch down and the pixie comes out, God damn, man, I told you to get at least a breath mint before you eat me. It like goes off.
All right. You want the truth? Look,
You can't handle the I'm done.
She looks over towards Vedic with a rage of a mother.
We're just looking the other way.
Sparks.
We were never paying attention.
It was the worst thing that Sparks ever had to do in his life, was to undo what had been done to him by killing him. He was already dead and he had to stand there. I watched him stand there, pause momentarily, holding his sword at bay before he finally decided he needed to take that stroke. It was the worst thing he ever had to face his entire life. He dwelled on where he would actually lay him to rest and thought about bringing him back home and decided that it was better not to do that because he was still infected, and so he burned the body between here and the eternal monsoon.
Make a persuasion check.
Straight up 19.
She's actively weeping at this moment because you're describing the death of her husband. The death of the father of the kids. And is thanking whatever god she prays to. Because you notice like there's 6 different holy symbols that are dangling from her neck.
Plenty of room for number 7.
Exactly.
I know, I plan to be on there. It's okay.
Because you're still describing a situation she wasn't there for. She wasn't there for her partner. And she wasn't there at the end.
He went.
I'm thankful.
Sparks did everything he could to try
She
and save him.
studies you for any traces of hidden truths, any nuances, anything of like, why does Sparks feel like he did it himself? And then she stops for a moment and looks towards you, fierce and all, and realizes that you are still a child just in a giant suit. She looks at you as if she's looking at her 6-year-old son.
For 9 months, I've searched endlessly for a way to bring them back. I have talked with gods face to face. I have been through dimension after
She
dimension
hugs you.
across time and space.
It's okay. She hugs you. Well, it's not okay, but it's okay. You did what you thought is right, and I can't fault you for that. And I can't blame you for the death of my husband. I can see you tried. And trying is not enough for this world. Now, I'm not blaming you for that, and I did, and I'm sorry. Welcome home. It's nice to see you again, Sparks. And we're going to end on that note. As the carnival continues and the squeal of happy children, regardless of the emotional baggage of the rest of the parents that are currently still kind of freaking out because they have these goblins that are in these weird suits and top hats and long leggings and snapping of the pant straps of like, all right, try your luck, bro.
Thumb comes up.
Yeah, pinch.
Okay, so dudes.
This did it for me.
As the madness of the Silver Menagerie continues, regardless, life continues on success or failure. We will continue this in a moment after a short break. Till next time, stay healthy, stay safe, and keep on rolling, everyone.
Bye.
Bye.
Oh, that was brilliant. Absolutely brilliant.
So
I cannot help but notice the world is not the same as when we all got started, and we know who's to blame. No turning back now to try to be insane. For what's beyond the veil, too vivid to explain. Faceless behemoths haunt my dreams, seeking to steal my sanity. I will not stand down, won't back away, as long as you're with me. Together we roll, together we roll. I'll fight for you, will you fight for me? Together we roll, together we roll. I'll protect you, just as long as you stand with me. Together we roll. The gods look down on us, we're just a game to them. Eldritch monstrosities at their unholy whim. But we will stand up, we'll shout a battle cry. The future beckons us and we'll stand unified. There's something coming and it's coming fast. You won't be frightened by the dead hand of